War on America, critical truth. I've tagged a lot of folks in this video, very important. Parti Québécois, Alberta Statehood Movement, folks in Canada, the 51st state. This has to be known. Critical things to know that the United States knows, and they need us to understand. One, there's something called the double cross, the double speak. It's a visual representation in many, many flags of many provinces, and absolutely the country of Canada in its inception. This is part and parcel almost entirely of everything that's Canada. Where is it not found? This double cross, double speak. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, discovered entirely by the Spanish. You've all watched, I'm sure, the program Oak Island. St. John's, Newfoundland. St. John's, New Brunswick. Absolutely, entirely Spanish. What has happened to all North American Spanish assets? They became union to the United States, part of the 50 states today. What was the Confederated Army of George Washington? Where did they go in Canada under the British Empire? They went to Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, entirely. Because they have flags that aren't representative of the War of Independence, meaning one part and parcel of the British Empire. I'm sorry, Québécois and Albertans. Your flag, both your flags, your blue double cross or Alberta's red, white double cross, should say blue, white double cross, and Alberta's red, white double cross says everything that America needs to understand. That's it. And they do. They know about the institutionalization. Which brings me to point two. Folks calling the President of the United States through the public American line for American public, wrong. You want to piss the presidency off or piss off the GOP, the Trump administration? Canadians keep calling that line. And you're going to understand in a minute. You're going to understand in a minute. I've never, ever attempted to contact the presidency or the Trump administration. How did I get so far in everything I've ever done? I stayed in my lane in international law with the treaties of Canada, using your ambassador, and I am patiently waiting to roll out who we contact. Oh, I thought I lost you guys. Big zap, gotta stay mobile. Of course, it's all fact. It's Pete Hoekstra. Pete Hoekstra, they're gonna keep hitting me. I'm gonna say it a few times because when the playback comes, these things are missed. It's going to be Ambassador to Canada from the USA, Pete Hoekstra. Ambassador to Canada coming, Pete Hoekstra. All of us can hammer his office. That will reach the President of the United States through the right channels. And I'm going to outline that, get a signature drive going. I welcome Alberta Statehood Movement, do that. Parti 51, do that. Does not matter to me, go for it. Everybody go for it. But hitting the public office of president reserved for Americans is against what we're supposed to do. And it speaks to the double cross. As sad as that is, it speaks to the double cross, that sense of entitlement bestowed upon you in the crown. And the Americans know this. It's all of Quebec entirely. It's all of Alberta entirely. Many provinces entirely. Ontario, wow, look at theirs. Visual on a plane, Brutal. Brutal. That's why I say burn the British flag. That's how our party's going to roll. You need to purge yourself of that, swear the American oath of allegiance, raise an American flag. But Pete Hoekstra, again, will be confirmed. It's going to take some time. Could be another 2 months. I don't know. But I'm patiently waiting. I already met him and his wife. I was in Parliament before I left for Christmas, and guess who I sat with? Pete Hoekstra and his wife. I already did a video on it. I didn't even know. I thought, oh, they're foreigners, well-to-do. I didn't know why all the police and security were surrounding us. It's because that was the future going to be ambassador to Canada from the U.S. That's who you go through. That's your lane. That's who we're going to go through. I'm giving that to Alberta Statehood Movement, Party 51. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is everybody pick up your phones. For many days, your top legal minds, your top politicians are calling for an expulsion of the ambassador to Canada from the United States. Why is that? Because that's your effectual contact. Now, I'm not running Democrats down. It's just that is Joe Biden's current one. Colin is Joe Biden's. I couldn't get anywhere with Linda Thomas-Greenfield. I don't believe I can get anywhere with her today. So I've been mute, but I've been tagging in all my emails to Linda, unanswered, the former ambassador of the United States on the world stage, my friend, and she forwarded everything, and the whole administration has everything in all my works I've ever done. Everything that Linda Thomas-Greenfield ignored and Colin ignored. He's the current ambassador to Canada. We're still waiting for confirmation on the highest level UNSCP5 USA. Still waiting. That's lease. It could be months away. That's just how it works. Lots of confirmations to do. It can take upwards of 6 months. When I have it, you'll all have it, and I'll roll it out. This is for everybody. I'm not going to hide truth or intellectual property, but know thy province. Quebec is as messed up as Alberta and is viewed the same in the United States. They're viewed the same. Double cross, double speak, anti-American. Not all your faults. It's great what you're all doing. That's good. But understand, in their minds, you're the double cross, double speak. And if you don't believe it, George Washington's army under the first Constitution, and look at the history of Atlantic Canada. Look at Newfoundland independence. Who else has done any? None. Only Newfoundland. Why is that? It's all in their history. Starts with their flags, their original oaths of allegiance and history. The duchy I talk about, which is German equivalent of provinces, the premiers, that was New Brunswick. Nova Scotia has a history, and Newfoundland has an epic history, largely ignored, but these provinces have high and rich American history. And the Acadians' expulsion out of British North America to the United States, all the way to French Louisiana, it's all there, and you should all read that. I could go in tremendous detail, but Party 51 should be going through that. These Alberta independence movements people need to focus on the double cross, the double speak. That is your province. Huge, epic. Tagged a lot of folks in this. Share. Critical knowledge. It's about growing. It's about evolving, getting smarter, getting stronger, all of us together, and we will be able to move on together. God bless everybody. Enjoy your day. Bye now.